Hey guys, Dusty here. Today I'm going to be reviewing my new bone conducting headphones from Aftershokz. In this video, I'll go over the stats and features about the headphones, my likes and dislikes, and finally my experience using them over the last few weeks. So this is the titanium model by Aftershokz, and we'll get started with the obvious. These are bone conducting headphones, not traditional headphones. So they don't actually go inside your ear, instead they rest just outside on your jawbone. And that's essentially how this sort of technology works. It vibrates against your jawbone and amplifies the sound or noise into your ear that way. This can be advantageous for a number of reasons. First of all would be safety. Since these are open ear headphones, you should still be able to hear everything else going on around you, like traffic. Another reason is these headphones are allowed in a lot of races where traditional headphones are banned. These specific headphones are not waterproof, however they're water resistant, so they have an IP55 rating. So that means you can sweat on them, you could still take them out during a light rain, however you're not supposed to fully submerge them in water. There are other models and some newer models out there of the Aftershokz headphones that are more waterproof than these ones. The headphones are silicone covered. They definitely feel like they're of good quality. And there's three main buttons. You have volume up, volume down. You also have the USB port right beside the volume up button. And then you also have a multi-function button just right here on the side. So to turn on, it's very simple. You just press and hold the volume up button for a couple of seconds. Likewise, that's also how you turn it off. And that's also the same button to put it into pairing mode. You press and hold for 5 seconds, and then you'll notice the flashing red and blue lights. And then the multi-function button, you can take and end calls with that, you can play and pause songs with that, and you can even double press it for other features such as skipping songs. Another feature about pairing your Aftershokz headphones with other devices is you can actually pair this to 2 different devices. So you could be paired up to something like a Bluetooth MP3 player and have it connected to your phone at the same time. It takes about 1.5 hours to fully charge these headphones, and then you'll get about 6 hours of use before you need to recharge. And another thing I should mention is make sure you get the sizing correct. Most of you will probably just be the normal size, however I had to go with mini. There is a size chart that you can print out from the Aftershokz website, and essentially you'll just measure from the back of one ear to the back of the other ear. And for myself, I was right on the border and I didn't want these to be too big, too sloppy, so I went with the mini version and they fit me just perfect. I have no issues. Comfort is really good for myself with these headphones. Like I mentioned earlier, you can take calls with this. There is a built-in mic as well. Not a feature that I'll probably use quite a bit, but I did test it out for purpose of this review, and it worked great. The person on the other end of the line could hear me clearly, I could hear them clearly, and there were no issues having a conversation. These headphones weigh in at 1.25 ounces, or about 35 grams, and it comes with all the basic stuff. You get all your instructions, you got your charging cable, it comes with a pretty basic pouch, at least this one does. I know some of the newer versions come with a lot nicer of cases. And one thing that I think is a little silly, they come with earplugs, and that's their way of providing noise cancelling headphones. But honestly, I think if you're buying bone conducting headphones, you just need to accept the fact that they're not going to be noise cancelling. That's why you're buying them, so you can hear everything else that's going on around you on the outside. But for those of you that are going to use these headphones and want to cancel out the noise outside, there are earplugs provided. Okay, now let's talk about some of my likes and dislikes about these headphones. First of all, my likes, they're very comfortable, they're very easy to use. I do like that I get 6 hours of use before I need to recharge them. And the other day I actually wore these in the kitchen cooking supper, and my wife came in and she had a conversation with me, and I was still able to hear her because I had them on a low enough setting. I could still hear my music, or I think I was listening to a podcast, and I was still able to talk to her at the same time. I personally won't use these headphones on race day. I don't like racing with music, but for those many athletes out there that do, this can be a really great option for you. Now we'll talk about some of my dislikes when it comes to these headphones. Now I'm actually pretty neutral on this first one, but I would say sound quality. Sound quality on these headphones is good, not great. It was certainly much better on my Bose headphones. And I know some of the reviews on the newer versions of these say that sound quality has been improved quite a bit. But ultimately I'm using these mostly for running, so sound quality isn't a huge issue for me. Like I said, they're good, it's not great, and I don't really need really great, amazing sound quality when I'm out running. Next up, when I have these on full blast, I cannot hear what's going on around me. I've had these on full blast a few times around my house, and my wife has came in and tried talking to me, and I had no idea she was even there. So while if you're out running and you had like a loud truck coming up behind you, I'm pretty confident you'd still be able to hear them. But ultimately, when these are on high, they kind of work more like traditional headphones in the sense that you can't really hear anything else that's going on around you. And that also leads into sound bleeding. So if you were sitting across the table from me and I had these on high, you would certainly be able to hear what I am listening to. Loud. Another dislike that I've read about but haven't experienced for myself is wearing these in really windy conditions. A lot of people say really windy conditions can make it really hard to hear what you're listening to, so keep that in mind as well. And my last dislike about these headphones is you can't wear them while you're wearing a toque on your head. So they need to be able to wrap around your ears, and if your ears are covered by anything, then these won't work. So like I mentioned earlier in the video, these headphones are the titanium models, and I believe they've been discontinued from Aftershokz, but as of shooting this video, they're still available in many places, and they're discounted quite heavily. So on Amazon, I believe they're $79 US or 99 Canadian, and that's quite a bit less expensive when you compare that to the current models that are out there. And my experience using them over the last few weeks has been quite pleasant. You can tell that these headphones are really well made, and it's been nice going out for runs, zoning out with my tunes, and still being able to hear traffic and hear, you know, the odd angry dog barking at me. On some of those colder days where I need to wear a toque on my head, it's really unfortunate, but these ones won't work because they need to wrap around your ears. I suppose though, if you did have a loose enough of a toque, you could just slide it over the headphone and your ear. And ultimately, I've been looking to go wireless or Bluetooth for quite a while now. And these headphones were discounted so much that it made it kind of a no-brainer which one to choose. So overall, I'm very happy with my purchase. I hope my review helped you in deciding whether or not you want to get a pair of bone conduction headphones. Aftershokz is definitely one of the leaders when it comes to bone conducting headphones, and if you can still find this titanium model, I'll put links down below in the description where you can find them, but if you can find this model, it's probably going to be discounted quite a bit. And if you can't find these ones, then my review will probably still be useful in deciding whether or not to purchase a newer model or a different model. And if you like my review, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.